Let's go fishing.
Let's go fishing.
I'm on a mission.
I'm on a mission.
It's so pretty, I'd sure hate to waste this chance. We'll find a shady little spot, not too cool, not too high. Perfect for a little fishing and romance. Oh yes.
Put some new rods on my reels. I got 6 or 7 new rods here. They're called Mafia. And the reason I got them is they just got a little more strength back here in the back. Where my other ones, like I had St. Croix and I had Shakespeare's and I had ACC's and I just had a variety of all kinds of from a trolling. So I looked around and I found these Mafia Guide series rods. They go, I got 13 down to 7 foot, you know. So, but anyhow, I think I'm going to really like them. I haven't tried them yet, but I think I'm going to really like them. And they sell them up there at the shop. I mean, you know, I just went completely with them because I'm losing a little bit of fish because of that flimsiness, and they can't pick them up, and you get 2 or 3 people in here, and you got 3 or 4 fish on. They're trying to get them in, and poles bent double. Anyway, I know this is going to be a better deal. Also, what I've dealt with, I dealt with this up north too, is the twister tails. These twister tails I got, they're good twister tails. Don't get me wrong, they're good twister tails, but you catch 2 fish on them, and they fall apart. So I talked to that guy from Mafia, and he was showing me twister tails he has, and they've got a little backbone in them. You understand what I'm saying? I'll show you what I mean. They got a little bit of backbone in them. They got them there at the shop. I told them, they asked me what to order, and I said, order something that's got a little bigger, and just a little bit firmer in the head. And these do, and it's got just a little bit bigger tail. I don't want much bigger because, you know, the crappie have soft mouths. But that being said, when you put that on the hook right there, you can feel it's just a little bit firmer. Even though it gets 100 degrees down here, it's going to get soft. It's still going to be better than what I had. I mean, I caught a lot of fish on them. Don't get me wrong, the other ones, but these just a little bit bigger. And if they're too big, all you gotta do is trim off the head a little bit. That'll bring that tail up there, and it'll make them a little more compact. But I'm gonna try to do that because we're catching a lot of small fish. I really don't want to catch them small fish because you got to reel everything in. They'll tangle up, you know. But yeah, Mafia. Let me show you here. Mafia. You know, they come up and they've even got. And I'm going to try their twister tails, but I'm going to try their. They've already also got jigging ones too. You know, got all different colors. Kind of like this. I like this clear color. I always did. I like that clear color right there. I like that clear color. But yeah, and then they've also got the jigging one with the chartreuse. You know me, I like chartreuse. It's got a little bit of chartreuse on the tail, so I'm sure that'll work good too. And this here's got the half chartreuse and half clear. They knew I like chartreuse from my YouTube channel, so they sent me a bunch of that stuff, which is a good deal. I got to thank Caleb up there at the shop and Leaf for putting me on this stuff, because I was telling them what I needed, and they shopped around and said, hey man, here's what you're talking about, you know. So there they go, guys. There's Mafia twister tails, Mafia jigging. And the guys, these 2 guys got this company, and they're hardcore crappie fishermen. That's all they do is crappie fish, and they've been in it for like I think 50 years. So they know what they're doing. So that's why I picked these rods out. I mean, you know, they've been making rods. They've shopped around, done the research, and I got a 13 foot, I got 2 10 foots, and I got a couple 7 foots. So, you know, 2 13 foots, 26. You're gonna split, you know. I put 2 twister tails on them. So, but anyhow, try it, guys. Stop in the shop and get some of these and try it. I know they'll work. Also, you guys, I can't emphasize where that these crappie nuggets. You know, these crappie nuggets. I mean, I went through a jar up there yesterday, But you, like I said before, you put them in the, just take that and shove that in the head right like that, right there. Shove that in the head, and it stays in there for a while. Shove that right in the head. That gives a scent. Gives a scent in the boat too. But I'd never used these before, and Leaf gave them to me and said, you know, everybody's talking about these over in Mississippi, Louisiana, and places like that. So, all right, I'll try them. They work. They really do. It's got a little bit of scent where them ones was grabbing the tail. Now they're swallowing it, which that's one of the side things about it. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, you know, the little ones is not good, but the big ones I really don't care, because when I catch one, I'm going to keep it. I put it on ice, you know. So, but one other thing I was going to tell you, Donnie was telling me. Donnie, my next door neighbor, he's a crappie fisherman too, and he was out in front of King's Bar today, and crappie flopped off, and he reached down to grab it in the grass because it was laying on top of the grass there. He was just going to grab it. Well, like a long story short, he fell in, and it was over his head. Even though it looks shallow, I mean, because you see the grass stuff, but he went clear under, and he kind of waddled around. Had a hard time getting back in the boat. If you think about it, I mean, you fall out of a boat, especially Donnie's 70, 71 like me. I mean, his story just told me I'm going to put a ladder on the back of my boat, you know, because most of the people I take are older people. I mean, I don't know how I would get them in. I really don't. Thinking about it, I don't. If someone fell, I about got hit the other day. I just seen my video on that. Pontoon boat about ran into us. If they'd have ran into us, it wouldn't have made no difference. We'd have been in bad shape. I mean, the two fellas I had in the back of the boat, they'd have probably been killed, because they were going about as fast. They had 150 on that pontoon boat. They was going pretty fast. But what it was, them guys was, I looked over at them. The three in the front were looking at their phones. They were down looking at their phones, and the guy that was driving the boat was blocked by one of the guys sitting there. He couldn't see us. He kept coming. I'm thinking, well, he's going to see us and veer off. We started screaming. We all started screaming, and he finally did. But he come so close, he sprayed us with water with a pontoon. that's a little too close. But getting back to my story about falling out of the boat, and right here's the answer. I got the answer for you right here. If you fall out of that boat, wear that life jacket. Guys, wear that life jacket. I'm bad about not doing it either. Especially by herself. Donnie was by himself today. Didn't have his life jacket on. So the thing about it is, I say, hey, yeah, you can just grab it and grab the boat. Blah blah. What if you hit your head? Hit your head, not knock you out, but just kind of make you starry there. I mean, you go down and take one big breath under the water, you're done. You guys, you're done. So, guys, wear your life jacket. Just take your time, be careful out there, and I'm saying this to myself too, because sometimes I get too big a hurry. And another thing, is I see it at Indian Prairie really bad, but I see it at all the ramps. Guys, when you pull up to the ramp there and you get ready to put the boat in, get your stuff ready before you pull in to get down to the ramp. Take your time and get your stuff all ready, get everything situated. Don't block the ramp, especially at Indian Prairie, J&S, Henry Creek, them places, because you know you can only put one boat in at a time. Get your stuff ready before you put it in. Getting ready to put it in, and take your time, pull up there, back in, especially if you're not real cagey about it. Just take your time, put it in. Don't worry about the guys behind you if they're blowing their horns and stuff. Don't worry about it, but don't block the ramps. I've got into it the other day there, and Scott Driver there was one clear over was open, and the two middle ones I was waiting on them two middle ones, and that guy come up and said, "What are you doing? There's two of them open there." I said, "Well, I got to take them middle ones, because I got to take them middle ones is there's docks on both sides of them, and I don't put a rope on when I back in. I just put my power poles down, and whichever way the wind blows, that's which way my boat goes when I pick up my customers. You know, I got to try to be very, I don't want my customers falling in, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it is what it is. But, yeah, just take your time. And something else about Indian Prairie, and I was just as bad as everybody else. When you're going down Indian Prairie, don't slow down. If you see somebody, stay away from them. Stay out in the middle or whatever, but don't slow down and plow. That's worse. That makes more wake, and just, don't. If you're going fast, go fast. And if you're going to slow down, go slow way down and idle past them people. Don't plow, make them big waves. I mean, just think about that. I know a lot of people want to look and see what you're using or what you're doing, or just kind of nibbing a little bit, and I'm guilty of that too. But if you're going to do that, completely slow down, idle past them a little ways, and get back up on plane. But if you're going, if you're going down, you're headed to the lake, don't let off on it. Just keep right on trucking, guys. Don't plow. That just makes it worse. But that's my take today. But yeah, these rods here, these Mafia rods, I'm going to really like them. I'll be using them from here on out for a while, and I'll get the real scoop on them. But yeah, they're good rods. I mean, they're just, like I said, I had ugly sticks. I had ugly sticks, had Shakespeare's, had St. Croix's, just a little bit. I just had a bunch of stuff, but none of them, when you pick the fish up, it just bent double. A lot of times you'd lose that fish. But these have, I like about these, they've got that soft tip. When that fish hits that, when you're trolling, it kind of gives it a little bit where it don't tear it out of its mouth. But after you hook it, these Mafia rods, you got the power back here, guys, and the sensitivity's up here, but the power is right back here from this, about the third eye back to your handle. And it's just, these are nice rods, I'm telling you right now. They just ordered a bunch more there at the shop. They're selling those about as fast as they can get in, you know what I'm saying? Because people like them. That's the reason I started using them. I started, I'm going to try it, see what's all the big huff is about. Yeah, they're nice rods. I really like them. And them twister tails and these jigs, like I said, they're just a better built twister tail. Y'all be able to get more fish off of them because they got a little bit of strength there in the front, and they got the softness in the twisted tail in the back. So I'll be able to catch more fish. But anyhow, that's my take today. If you get anything from this, wear that life jacket. Wear your life jacket and slow down. Be courteous out there in the water. I know everybody wants to catch fish. You don't want to kill somebody for a crappie or a bass, guys. You don't want, what I'm saying. Just take your time and be careful. Anyway, Captain Robin here, over and out. Stop at GARRARD's, guys. Tackle, as always. You can get all this stuff at GARRARD's. See Leaf, Caleb, and they'll set you up for trolling, jigging, minnieing, whatever you want to do. Them guys are on the ball when it comes to fishing in this lake. I don't care whether you're fishing for bass, crappie, catfish, and like I said, there's 10 guides that go out of that lake, and their information they're always given to Caleb and Leaf and the Boo Boo and Neil and Richard, and them guys all fish too. So a lot of information there in that George tackle, guys. If you're down here to go fishing and you want to catch fish, just stop in there, and them guys will set you up. Anyway, over and out.